You so much, Paula, for that introduction. Hello to everybody. We are really happy to be here to talk about preparing for Tranche 2, lessons for Australian lawyers in anti-money laundering compliance. As Paula said, my name is Nick Henderson-Mayo, Director of Learning Content here at VinciWorks.
Hi, everyone. I'm also really happy to be here. I'm Naomi Grossman, and I am Learning and Content Manager for Money Laundering Compliance at VinciWorks. And we are delighted to be here to help demystify the what and the how of Tranche 2, the AML reforms proposed by Attorney General Mark Dreyfus. We want to give you a sense of what these potential reforms might mean for your practice and what you can do to start preparing for them. So if and when the Tranche 2 reforms pass, we're expecting to see broadly similar requirements to what has already existed in Europe and the UK for years now. That is, undertaking the risk-based approach to client due diligence and undertaking risk assessments for your firm.
That's right. So VinciWorks has been around for about 20 years, supporting lawyers, accountants, financial services, and other regulated entities with their money laundering compliance. So we work with some of the largest law firms in the UK and internationally, supporting them with training, software, consulting, and expert advice on everything to do with AML, from client onboarding to risk assessments and ongoing monitoring.
And although we're not Australian, which you might have been able to tell already, most specifically with me, VinciWorks was actually founded by an Australian lawyer from Melbourne, Howard Finger, who started the company with the idea that there is no competitive advantage in compliance. This means that if law firms work together on compliance, on sharing skills and resource techniques to counter money laundering, everybody wins.
That's right. So over the next hour, we want to share some insights into the potential impacts of the Tranche 2 reforms. We also want to hear from you about your concerns about dealing with the reforms. Obviously, we don't know the full extent or the guidance that will come out, but we can imagine that the kind of risk-based approach to due diligence will be introduced that does happen elsewhere in the world. So please do ask us questions as we go through this webinar. We will try to get to as many of them as we can in the next hour. If we don't get to them during this webinar, then if you leave your email address in the chat or write to Paula, we will try and get back to you by email. And you can also write to us directly at inquiries@vinciworks.com if you would like to know more about anything we do or how we can help.
And we don't want you to go away empty-handed. So we want to let you know we have a range of guidance and support materials that are all free to download. And you can access them by going to vinciworks.com/AML. There you'll find a range of free guides to download, including our guide to risk-based due diligence, ongoing monitoring, proliferation financing, and risk assessment processes. Okay, but let's start now by finding out a bit more about the challenges you anticipate adapting to Tranche 2 with our first poll question. So the question is, what is the biggest challenge you anticipate with Tranche 2? And this could be limited resources, you're unclear about detail of regulations, a lack of integrated technology and screening, not enough time to do checks, I'm sorry, lack of awareness about the across the business, or you're not sure. So let us know what is your biggest challenge that you anticipate with Tranche 2? And again, it could be limited resources, unclear about detail of regulations, lack of integrated technology and screening, not enough time to do checks, lack of awareness across the business, or you're not sure.